Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button.
Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Unpopular Opinion. And we are celebrating our 50th episode ever. You know, we got the runaround for you today. It is Friday. Hey, hey, hey. So without further ado, we are going to bring our super producer up. Super duper producer. Are you with me, guys?
Okay. Don't want no hateration, holleration up in this dancery. Okay.
You rocking them shades, girl.
Okay. The Louis
Look
Vuitton
right back
Dawn.
at you because you can see nothing but glass.
Nothing.
Right back at you.
That's it. That's all I can see.
Bounces off and all you get is hater.
That's it. I got my blue blockers on. Don't try me.
Blockers.
Don't try her. When she got these on, don't try her. Don't try her at all. Okay?
Oh,
because
my goodness.
You gonna get it. You gonna get it. Okay?
You gonna get it.
Good morning. Let me get, y'all was up in here this morning, okay? Y'all was up in here. Okay, but you see Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton.
I ain't got one check from YouTube yet. Not one. I wish I did. Okay, but not yet. But we got the haterations on today because it's our 50th episode. We're celebrating being up here for 50 episodes. Yes. Thank you all for being with us, watching, if you will. So let's get to the good mornings. I wish I had made me some coffee. I might need to keep these on. But good morning, Foxy Roxy. Thank you for always tapping in. Wrong is wrong. Thank you for tapping in with us too. Justin Thompson, do you sleep, sir? Justin, because you be everywhere in these YouTube streets, okay?
We're gonna call him the super moderator.
That's it. Okay,
that's his name. That's Justin.
Absolutely,
super moderator.
Absolutely,
you know?
because he
representing
is everywhere. Okay, at once.
Yeah, where at once? He's like the Matrix.
Okay, he is listen, he is everywhere. We're around collaborations. It's been a minute. Glad you're back. Carrington, you enjoying that snow in Georgia today? Please stay home because you know y'all can't drive in it. John Q.
John Q.
Come on, John Q. Early in the morning. What?
Love to see it.
Who is this just speaking to Shawan? Carlos McGuire.
Thank you, Carlos.
You knew, cuz. Don't do her. Okay. Good morning, Jim C. Good morning. Jim C. Thank you, John Q. We appreciate it. Appreciate you for that. And Farouk. Okay, we got the alphabet boys back up in chat.
You better leave Farouk alone.
I don't care what you say. Farouk
no, he be knowing them.
Farouk is connected. Okay. Farouk, you see, I got my haterations on for you too. Don't come up here investigating nothing. Okay. don't you come up here investigating not one thing. Okay. But yeah, our 50th episode. I can't believe it came so fast.
I know, it's a blessing.
It is. I feel like we really just started, but we didn't. We started in September.
Yeah.
And now we here. We started from the bottom.
Now we started from the bottom. Now
we here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Listen, let's get to it then. Let's get started so we can get out y'all way. I got to celebrate today. I'm gonna have to keep these haterations on for my 7 p.m. show. Because at noon, it's going to be 5 o'clock somewhere. I'm going to have me a glass of wine.
I know that's right.
Okay. All right. Let's get into it.
What do we get?
Karen just still talking about the snow there. He talking about some Mother Nature's on her cycle this month.
Oh my God.
Carrington, that's
Carrots.
a mess. Look how big Carrington's picture came up. I love that.
Oh yeah, that's pretty sweet.
That's different. Okay,
Yeah.
let me see this. Let me see who up. Come on now.
Oh, Foxy too, Roxy.
Okay.
Coming
Y'all,
through.
the rest of y'all get y'all pictures up here so I can
And
see
put
what y'all
John
look
Q
like.
up there.
Remember
John
now,
Q.
super producer taking applications, so
John
I
Q
gotta
and
be looking. John Q. John Q.
John Q is
If you
yeah.
have not subscribed to his channel, please do. He does like missing children, missing persons,
Oh wow.
investigations, and they are awesome. He's been reporting a little bit on Little Stank Booty, but
Okay.
he mainly does missing persons, and they are awesome. Those investigations that he does, they're
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. This is you, Shawan.
This is me. Okay, TikTok. I thought they tabled this, but they're still is going before the Supreme Court. And they're talking about, I guess, ruling on it if they're gonna actually ban it.
Listen, I can't even bring up the article because it's banned on Google Chrome.
Right. Well, you could just leave that up. I got the article right here. It says
Okay,
the
good.
Supreme Court on Friday will debate whether TikTok can be banned in the U.S. later this month,
And I thought
and
they tabled it too,
I
because
guess not.
President elect Donald Trump asked them to.
I guess they're just moving forward on there, and they
Hmm.
said 107 million, 170 million Americans use TikTok. Says the court has never confronted a free speech case that matters to so many people. Biden administration, which is defending the law requiring TikTok to cut ties with the Chinese government or be banned, said the widely popular short form video app presents a grave threat to national security.
I told
China,
y'all.
yeah, China can gather data on Americans and manipulate the content to TikTok to shape U.S. opinions, the government argues. I'm on the fence about that, but that's what they're saying. So
This is
they're
some BS. This
yeah.
is this is some BS right here
Mm-hmm.
because the man is Chinese. We're saying that TikTok is a threat.
Mm-hmm.
But I already told y'all that TikTok was a threat. You can go over there and ask them to investigate anything,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to investigate it. They will know. They be having details. But at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, this is ridiculous because Meta and IG and X, for me, they provide the same type of threat.
And uh, it all depends on who is over the platform. They allow other, I guess, organizations or foreign countries to impose, to become a threat. But one thing I can say about TikTok is on, to own a I guess a business in China, they have to own 51%. So the man, actually, he's American, I believe, but it's the business is based out of China. So the Chinese government owns 51%. So I guess I could see them argue and say, hey, it might poses a threat. But maybe they ought to limit some of the things that is available to the U.S. because a lot of content creators get paid off of TikTok, and I hear
TikTok,
they get paid very well.
they do. They get paid
Yeah.
well, and I mean, for me, there's more stipulations on how you get paid and the way you get paid. It's a lot stricter than YouTube
Okay. Okay.
um, on how and when. Um, Let me see.
Okay.
Carrington said they kept saying that they're going to ban TikTok. Then they also said that they need to divest with ByteDance, like make up your minds now. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for me, I feel like H-Bag, good morning. Um, how is TikTok any more of a threat than any of these other platforms?
Yeah. And that's what
Uh-uh.
other lawmakers are saying. It's like,
I,
okay,
yeah,
if you're gonna
I,
cause that restriction on one thing, you got to do it with every other platform.
Yeah, I'm confusion. I'm confusion how now I told y'all why. And y'all heard him say that it was a threat to national security. I don't know how, but I told y'all, you go over there and you ask them anything. It's like they can find out. It's like they know. But I don't see how TikTok is a threat bigger than any other platform.
Or maybe they
Um,
shouldn't allow
they've never had
people.
a data breach, which Facebook has
Yeah.
had a data breach. They've
Mhm.
had to pay out a settlement for
Mhm.
said data breach.
Mhm.
Um, I don't see it. And I know for a fact that the president elect is not going to allow this because his son loves TikTok,
Mhm.
and this is actually how he propelled himself forward in the
In
election.
the election, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know for a fact that President-elect Trump, he get ready to save TikTok, and they're not gonna have to worry about it.
Another thing I want to point out is they're saying that it's a security or national security threat. Well, how about just um you don't allow the elected officials and their family members to use TikTok because they're the
I
ones who have the information, right?
I don't know, but that's a thought. That's a
Anybody
thought.
that works for the government, they're not allowed to use TikTok.
I, I think I'm gonna agree with that
you know
because then they won't be tempted to post.
exactly.
But
Hmm.
you know, again, that could be infringing on their
Their rights, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
and so you run into that. But I think that this is infringing on the owner of TikTok's rights.
Hmm.
Um,
I didn't Did you hear any of those hearings last year?
mm-mm.
Girl, it was so stupid
I didn't
because
worry about it because I knew that TikTok wasn't going to be banned, and they still not. I mean,
but the questions they were asking them is like, were you it seemed like that, like they never been on the internet. Like it was like they were like the stupidest questions. I'm like, why didn't they consult with like a tech person before they formulated their questions? Because it's like, like, what are you getting out
what
answering
was the
these or
question?
ask?
Like, tell me one of the
Like,
questions.
it's like, okay, so if I have a profile on TikTok, it's able to be viewed on the internet. Hello, it's the internet.
Well, how else you supposed to see it?
But it was like so many stupid questions that they were posing, and it's like, okay, are you posing because the people are able to view your or your profile on the internet? Is that because are you saying that's national security? But it's the internet. The
I'm
internet lives on forever.
I'm thinking, how are you supposed to view it? How are you supposed to
Girl,
view it?
the questions were so stupid. It's like, okay, grandpa,
Oh
why
my
are you
God.
asking these
I am
questions?
so I am so embarrassed. I listen, and those hearings are gonna forever be in history as
And
somebody saying
yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah, and it's like, oh, the internet, is that the World Wide Web? Yeah.
I cannot today. Farouk, oh, here come the alphabet boys. Farouk said TikTok is a tool used by the Politburo to slowly disseminate uninformed users to change our culture and change American values and morals, dumb us down and make us indifferent about them. China. What I tell y'all about Farouk? The DOJ has spoken.
Now,
Okay.
I do agree with that, his statement, because if you notice that, like, okay, so in China, they don't have, they're not allowed to, how your search engine shows what you watched previously.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok in China, they don't show like the dumbest down stuff like us dancing and all that stuff. They make sure they show educational videos, um, stuff that like stimulates their mind.
Now
Whereas
listen.
algorithm, it shows us, you know, you know, oh, we're TikTok dances, kind of stuff that I guess Americans are used to, but I could see what Farouk is saying. Like, they're just constantly inundating us with like this stupid kind of content.
Now, Farouk, the DOJ, sir, I'm going to say this again. You can say the same thing about IG, TikTok,
IG,
and X.
IG,
And
Tick
X is
Tick,
even
and
worse because
X.
you can put a lot more X rated things on X
Oh
than you
yeah, they
can
have
on
a
any
X rated. Yeah, they do have an
of
X
the
rated
other
section.
platforms.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
and I ain't gonna tell you no lie. When Diddy went to jail, Facebook was the first place that you saw all these baby oil memes. So I don't want to hear none of that about TikTok. I don't want to hear that you need to include Facebook, IG, and X. I don't think they should be singling out TikTok because if you look at it, they all dumb us down. All of them.
Mhm.
It'd be some crazy stuff on all of them other platforms too. Good
Mhm.
morning, Cheryl Day. Try to stay warm up there in Lamont. You are still very close to me. Stay warm, be safe. A little bit of snow, but that's the most dangerous. That little bit of snow.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
and that's why China will take over in a few years. Is that right? Wrong is wrong. You better hope not. Because
Mhm.
if that's the case, they only can have 2.3 children. You little stank of booties out here with more than 2.3 children. Guess what they gonna do? Put your children in the orphanage because you can't have more than that over there.
Yeah, well, as far as gross GDP, I don't know if you guys ever watched Patrick Bet David. He predicted that China will be probably one of the richest countries, um,
And
probably
that's
around
because
2035.
that's because they ruthless and brutal. Do you know that
Well, they steal IPs and all that stuff.
Chinese
So,
women were being flown and smuggled out of China into the United States, pregnant ones, so that they could have
oh,
their
they're babies.
mm-hmm,
Hmm.
and let them be American citizens, and then they could bring the rest of their family over here.
Mm-hmm.
That was what happened. James Jones, good morning to you, sir. It's our 50th anniversary. That's why we are up here with our shades on. We are blocking all the hate because trust me, it's out here. If they want to do something about these platforms, they can do something about this hate. Okay. That's what they can do.
Oh, that's
Okay.
hate.
You got to switch out charts. Okay. Toy Mafia, what's up? Marilyn Guided? My best friend in the whole wide world is watching me today. Hey, Marilyn. That is my
Marilyn,
best friend.
hello.
That's amazing on my
That's your best
50th.
friend. That's so
Yes.
nice.
Oh my God. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I love you, Marilyn.
Oh, that is so sweet. I love you too, Marilyn.
You would if you met her. She is amazing. I
Mm.
love her. She is amazing. But yeah, get rid of TikTok, get rid of Facebook, X, and I think you should do them first because they came before TikTok.
Snapchat,
Yeah, I feel like especially Snapchat because that
Instagram.
stuff be disappearing and people be doing things on there thinking they getting away with it because it disappears after a certain time, but it really don't
I think
because anything
Instagram
you
is
do
worse on
leaves a
your
signature.
mind.
Do you? I think
Yeah.
I think Instagram maybe
I think it's so
maybe.
fake, and I think I wouldn't even allow my children to be on
Well,
Instagram.
they have Instagram teen accounts now, so you can filter out all of that
That's the
stuff.
worst.
Shawan say that's the worst. Okay, Shawan, this is you next.
Oh my God. Macy's. Macy's is closing 66 more stores. I don't know if you heard about this, but they closed a bunch of stores this past year in 2024, and now they're continuing to shut down stores. It's saying um, They're planning to close 150 stores by the end of 2026. And they're saying because the economy, the way that people are buying, their people buying habits is more online. So they're closing stores. So expect Arizona and Mesa, Arizona. They have about 10 stores in California that's closing, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, and Springfield, Illinois, Idaho, Maryland, Massachusetts, and Michigan, Flint. They got Flint, Sterling Heights, Traverse City, Troy. I don't know how many people watching from Michigan.
Now, the only place that I feel like that's going to really hurt is Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, because they probably don't have a lot of,
Right. And they're
you know,
already hurting,
yeah.
as
Mhm.
far as, things. And so I think that is the most it's going to hurt
Mhm.
is Flint, Michigan.
I
Good
know
morning, Michael.
I know the one in Sterling Heights, which is not too far from where I live. They're
Mm,
planning to turn that whole uh mall into like a almost like a apartment complex, condos and other
wow.
like shopping things. It's supposed to
Wow.
be kind of high end.
Wow.
So people are not going to be able to afford it to live there,
Thank
but
you. And
yeah.
we need more affordable housing, not more
Exactly.
unaffordable housing.
Not more unaffordable housing,
But
exactly.
that's insane.
But
As
yeah.
far as Macy's is concerned, I mean, so they're gonna go strictly online is what they're moving to.
Yeah, so they're planning to just do strictly online. And they do have their flagship stores that are still open, like downtown Chicago.
Now, for
Um
me, these stores are trying to compete. They're gonna get online, and I don't think they're gonna last either because they're trying to compete with the likes of Amazon and Temu and Alibaba and all of those places. Once you
mhm,
get online, like
mhm.
I'm not seeing how this is the move you should be making, but time gonna tell. But I don't know how you restructure and then compete with the likes of those types of
Mhm.
online providers.
Mhm. Oh, and if you guys are anywhere near the stores, let me just put this in the chat. They are planning to have liquidation and closeout sales. So, I put
Interesting.
the
I mean, all of the closeout sales are usually very good,
mhm,
um,
mhm,
but sometimes not. I think they're gonna be doing a liquidation online too. But
mhm.
during COVID, Macy's had a data breach and someone was pretending to be Macy's online, selling things at a deep, deep discount. People were buying and people never got their money back
Really?
from that. Yes,
That's
yes,
horrible.
yes. And they were saying that it was the Macy's online discount store.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, and people in Macy's didn't care. They didn't have the website taken down. They didn't try to stop anything. So I won't be patronizing Macy's, and I don't because of that.
Yeah, that
Because
was my other question. Do you shop at Macy's?
now,
Not
no,
really.
no, I don't. Because
Mm.
when that happened during COVID, I felt like Macy's did not do anything to stop people that were using their name. I don't feel like, okay, don't give the people their money back, but at least act like you care and go after these people with this website and have this website taken down. And they
And
did
they
not
didn't
do
do
any of
that.
that. They
Oh my
put out
God.
this little thing on the bottom of their website that said, "Don't be fooled by other websites." Like, what? No, go after those people and take that website down.
Wow, that's
So that
crazy.
really ticked me off, and no, I don't shop at Macy's. And a liquidation sale ain't gonna make me shop at Macy's either.
Oh, Big Lots. We cover Big Lots, right?
Yeah, there was one by me
Yeah.
that out here that closed.
Okay.
After
Did you get any sales?
I did not even go over
Oh,
there
you didn't go over there. Okay.
because once they announced that thing and they put those things up on the window,
Mhm.
it's like people are are
It's like a
already,
frenzy, right?
it's like Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Man, this is BS. They closing these stores because instead of investing money back into the company, they doing other things like giving their CEOs millions of dollars in bonuses and others.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is going to have a lot of people out of jobs,
Mm-hmm.
which is unfortunate because most Macy's stores are anchor stores
Mm-hmm.
in these malls,
Mm-hmm.
and they're more than one level. So they're
Mm-hmm.
like multi-level stores, and you have employees on each level, and you're going to have a lot of people out of jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, uh restructure. Don't, what are these people going to do for jobs now? Are you helping these people find other jobs? Are they getting severance packages? What's happening? For me, that's the issue. Most stores don't try to find out what they could do. Like, maybe they won't be an anchor store, maybe they'll just be a regular store,
Mm-hmm.
because being an anchor store requires lots of inventory. On
Yeah.
three, if you
Yeah.
got three levels or two levels, you've got to have inventory in every department.
And one thing Macy's did wrong to me, they had like a almost like a off the rack sale level,
Mm-hmm.
like at the bottom level. I forgot what they were calling them, like slash prices or tag, cut the tag or whatever. It was called something. And
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was so almost swap meetish. Because you get um, you know, these, I guess the items that they had there was really not even items that they really carried in their regular stores. It was just like almost a swap meet. I think that's and they kind of downgraded their stuff because I think Macy's was kind of like a higher quality type store. But then once they started putting those in certain stores, I thought it was like, oh, it's kind of swap meetish.
I
I didn't
mean,
like it.
for me, the other reason I don't shop at Macy's is because they don't carry a lot of black owned brands, as far as plus size, or even just black owned brands, period, that are not like high end.
I'm about to
So you
say
have like,
because I don't know any black owned brands that I could afford.
yeah, I
Like
mean, you
you
have
gotta
like Kin
okay.
KIN is a plus size, affordable
Hmm.
black owned brand.
Okay.
And for me, they don't carry enough of that. I When I go to Macy's, I'm not looking to see some very high end designer in there. For that, I'm going to Nordstrom's, right? That's
Yeah,
where I'm
well,
going.
it all depends. Like in the one in Troy, you will see high end like BCBG Maximera, um, stuff like that. You won't you might could buy what is the jeans called? I forget what the jeans are
True
called, but
Religion.
well, you could find True Religion, but the other True Religion is not really that popular anymore. But it's the other brand that Free the People. I don't know
Mm.
if you heard of that, but yeah, those kind of brands they not high end, but they're high end.
Yeah, for me,
You
they
know,
don't carry enough black designers.
I
Uh,
think with the black designers, you probably have to go to like the black owned stores. Those are the ones that really
I
or online.
I,
You know.
I for me, I
Hmm.
feel like if you want to survive, you better find a way, because the black dollar is powerful, and no people would be going into Macy's and buying those particular type of clothing. But to each his own. Now you got to shut down your stores. All right, listen. The View co-host husband is accused of insurance fraud. Did you
Mm.
see this?
Yeah, I talked about it on my other channel.
What did you tell me? What was your thoughts on this?
Well, she touts her superiority all the damn time, and she was talking crap about Donald Trump, being a 34-time felon, and your husband doing felon shit.
This is
So I
crazy.
mean, you're acting like you're so much better than everybody else, and then she talked really bad about people that don't have degrees that voted for Donald Trump, which I thought it was like,
What do
you
that
know,
matter? Does,
I
does
didn't
that?
know. I didn't see why that even matters. And just because you got a degree, and I have several degrees, that don't make me more educated than somebody else that don't have a degree or
American
they got
Transit.
common sense. You know what I'm saying?
American Transit is seeking $450 million in damages. Emmanuel Halston married Sunny Halston in 1998.
Mm-hmm.
Sunny Halston is a former prosecutor and ABC's news legal analyst, but now she's on The View.
Mm-hmm.
But $450 million, girl, you might be down here with us regular folk when it's over.
She gonna have to buy her own
Okay.
groceries.
You
She
might
gonna know
be,
what a cost a carton of eggs
baby,
costs.
you might be buying your suits from Fashion
A
Nova
Fashion
and
Nova.
Amazon.
She gonna be like that hoity-toity smug face,
this
when
this
she
is
be
taking
talking
me
crazy
out.
on the
Let me
View.
tell you, when I never liked her, but I really stopped liking her after she interviewed Condoleezza Rice on The View, and Condoleezza had to tell her to shut up.
Really?
Baby, she told Sunny Hostin every which way but loose on that episode, child. I said if I was Sunny, I'd take 2 days off because just so people can get that out of their mind.
That's bad.
She
Oh my
that's when I
goodness.
that's when I solidified for me
Sunny is a
that
mess.
she's not for us.
No,
She ain't for us. She ain't by us. She ain't with us.
but
She's none of that.
she tried to be, for the people or whatever. She tried to throw out these, oh, my parents is from, what did she say her parents was from? Carrollton, put it in the chat. Where did she say her parents is from? It's from where in Georgia, and she was like, it was a sundown town, and that town got like 70% black people. Like sundown town against white folks. I don't understand. She
Like,
just
how's
tried
that a
to
sundown town?
the sundown town. So she tried to
Sonny,
hit
do
you.
you
And then,
know?
girl, what really took the cake
That's another thing
is
I can't stand about her. She be saying stuff she don't even know what she be
she
talking
don't even know what she talking about. But then you know how they do an ancestry.
about. Mm-hmm.
Come to find out, so she say she's pro-black, all this stuff and all this, and coming to find out, she's like Latino or something. Her ancestors own slaves, like a whole bunch of them.
No wonder she didn't know what a sundown town was. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. I just
It was,
never
you should
liked
have
her.
seen her
After she did that,
reaction when the guy told her, like, your ancestor was from such and such, and they were the slaves of, they brought slaves over, like thousands of them from Latin America. She was like floored. She was
a
like,
mess.
oh,
She
you
always loud
can't.
and wrong. She is always loud and wrong. I don't understand her. Like I said, um, when she did that to Condoleezza Rice, and it was like she asked her a question,
Mhm.
and then she wouldn't let her answer it.
Oh my
And
God.
Condoleezza was like, "You gonna be quiet so I can answer
So
this
I can
question?
answer questions. Yeah.
Let me ask the question, Sonny."
Mhm. Yeah.
And I was like, "This girl is insane." But yeah, ain't
Mhm.
nothing like that since then. But now you're now
Right.
embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Embarrassing. Good morning, King Solomon. King Solomon, you be on your own time every time you come into this chat. I don't know what time that be, but I'm gonna let you be over there on it.
Oh, Macon, Georgia.
Making okay, and
Yeah.
no
Girl,
comment.
all them black folks are Macon, and it's a sundown town.
Okay, that's why I'm like, what
You
in the
can't.
world?
They can't still walk in the town. I'm like, are you serious? Why you lying to these people?
Mm. Okay, well, listen, y'all know y'all got to get a Diddy update,
Okay.
so we're gonna get into this. Diddy's doc producer
Mm.
praises brave Sarah Rivers for coming forward. Now, I got to read to y'all what this woman said. that Diddy said, and this cracked me up so bad. Oh my God. So they're saying that she's so brave for coming out during this documentary and speaking. Let me see. She said, this is what she said. In the documentary, Rivers, who appeared on Making the Band 2 from 2002 to 2004, shared new claims about her time working for Diddy, 55, as part of the group, The Band.
Mm-hmm.
When he got angry with one of my band members, he said, "You make me so mad, I want to eat your flesh."
What?
She alleged. And then, oh my God, these commercials. What is happening?
That sounds like some devilish stuff.
This is cracking me up. Wait a
I
minute.
wanted to eat your flesh.
Now this thing made me lose my place. That thing, this part is the part that cracked me up. Okay, here you go. She alleged, and then she said to another one of my band members, "You're rolling your eyes. I could go get a crackhead and pay them $20 to smack the S out of you." Who says that? That's crazy. And yet, you continue to film the rest of the season. This is like, I'm not sticking up for Diddy at all. But the things that these people are coming out and saying now, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they were happening, why were you still there?
Maybe she was afraid to get blackballed, because Diddy was powerful then. So,
oh my God.
if
Then she
she was
says,
trying to pursue a career.
listen, then she says, "We walked for 8 hours over the Brooklyn Bridge," Rivers claimed. "We went from Manhattan to Brooklyn walking. And so I'm doing that stuff because I'm like, I'm going to go home. This is what I've been working for. I ain't going to go home. This is what I've been working for." Later in film, Rivers broke down while recalling what she didn't want to be around the rapper unless cameras were present.
Okay.
"He touched me in a place that he shouldn't have," she alleged. "That was inappropriate. I felt intimidated. I felt like, oh my God, what the heck happened just now? I haven't said anything for so long and it's built up. It's been 20 years of going through my mind like, this has happened. What's happened? This was stopped. Mentally, it's draining."
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Now, besides,
I don't know if I got an answer, but go ahead.
besides, we're gonna take, and everybody in the audience, I'm not talking about sexual assault. I'm like somebody physically penetrating you. I'm not talking about that. Have you ever had a guy that made advance that you inappropriately, like touch you on your butt? He was flirting with you, he touched you on your butt or touched you inappropriately, like even hugged you inappropriately. Usually, and black men, usually they all overstep their boundaries by doing something, like touching you on your ass if y'all flirting with each other or whatever. But have you ever had someone that did this to you, like touch you inappropriately?
I feel like that happens all the time in the club.
Okay. I'm glad. Okay, so have it happened to you personally?
Yeah, in the club when I was younger, yeah.
Okay, so 20 years now, are you saying I need to pursue this guy and he needs to be held accountable?
No, now I'm saying, what the hell was you doing in that club? That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm just saying that's what I'm saying.
And I'm not trying to take away from what her encounter was, but I'm just saying, like, when are we gonna define? Okay, and I'm not saying it's okay for guys to do this, but guys are gonna be guys. They're gonna push you to the limit, and then you gotta be like, no, this is I'm not gonna allow this.
Good morning, Dr. Sturdivant.
You
But
know, you
okay, so
see what I'm saying?
yeah. I don't agree necessarily with that ideology.
Okay.
What I feel like is when you're in a place and you start to begin to feel fearful,
You should
I
remove
believe
yourself,
that
right?
really goes beyond the point of flirtation, right?
Right. Right.
So I feel like she had said some things that they had to do that made her fearful, right?
Okay.
I feel
Okay.
like that's the point at which it goes from, okay, this is something that I'm doing to get into my career, to this is something that could put my life in jeopardy. I mean, because if you ever been to New York and you seen the Brooklyn Bridge or driven over it, which I have many a times,
I remember
ain't no way
doing
in
that.
heck I'm walking.
Walking across the damn
Like that's a
bridge.
danger
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
Like I'm not doing that. Good morning, Javar. I'm not doing that. So I feel like a lot of these people saying things and oh, um, at the time I wanted to be in the industry, but you just stated that you felt fearful. I don't care how much you want to be in the industry. When it goes to fear, what do you think is going to continue to happen? That fear is going to continue to elevate.
Well, and then you get a erratic reaction. Somebody will either flight or fight. When somebody's in fear, that's the natural response. I'm just gonna tell you guys a story. When I was an engineer, and this is when I was like a student engineer, I had a co-op position. This was down south. They had a workout room, a weight workout room. I told this on my other channel too. So I'm up here lifting weights or whatever, and usually I work out early in the morning, or I never do it late at night, but it's usually early in the morning before my shift start. And I remember older engineer. I'm working out and he's standing over me. Like he almost could have like literally teabagged me. Like sat on my face and
Not,
teabagged me.
what?
That's how and so I got up, me being young and ghetto, I said, "What the you doing?" And it never happened again. I am and I'm telling, I don't know how many young people are
Did you
out
ever
there.
go back to that gym though? Because I would have never went back
I
to the
know. I
gym.
never went back, but he never made no advances. I see him in the hallway. He never made any advances at me anymore. He used to make slick comments until that one particular day. I guess he was trying to push it and push it. And then that one particular day, I stood up and I said, "What the F you doing?" And then he just backed off, period. But I didn't put myself in that position. You're absolutely right. I didn't go back to that gym, again. And so and I was really fearful. Not fearful in the say like he was gonna sexually assault me. I'm just fearful like, why the hell you standing over me, dude? Yo is number one, your old ass. You standing your old ass over me. And I it was fight or flight.
Okay,
I
Dr.
forgot I
Marilyn,
forgot
I'm still on the teabag reference. Okay, I'm still on that.
But
Okay.
literally, he was over me. I'm telling you, super producer, he was like literally over me, standing. You know how you on the bench and you laying flat on your back, and he was over me, almost like with his legs all, almost like that. I'm like, what
And you ain't asked him to help you spot you
I
nothing.
didn't ask none of that, and I didn't ask for no spotters. He just randomly walked in and saw me working out, and he was like, let me like.
Good morning, Kim Johnson. How are you? The Emperor. Hello, how are you? Welcome
But
to our 50th show.
I would never put myself in that position. So number one, and I don't know how many young people are listening. Hey, you gotta tell people how to treat you. You gotta nip that shit in the butt. And then if you're fearful about losing your job. Because me, I was from the hood. I came from nothing. So I don't give a shit about this damn job. You ain't about to do nothing to me without my approval. So I wasn't it just came out my head that, oh, I'm supposed to be professional. I got real hood. So I mean, I don't understand how people will say, oh, he made me do this, and I was, because he dangled this over my head, or because I wanted to be a star so bad, or he touched me inappropriately, like he touched my butt. Okay. Did you let him continue to touch your butt? What, did you say anything to him? So I don't understand those type of behaviors when people, and I'm not saying that her thing is not valid, but it's just like, you got to stand up for yourself,
Yeah, I am just confusion as to once it went from, okay, I got to do this a little hazing to get into the industry,
Right,
right?
right, right.
To I was fearful. Yeah, that for me changes everything. And so I feel like, okay, that is for me when it should have been reported or dealt with at that time. But you continue to film the rest of the
Because
season for 2 years.
yeah, and you want to be in this band or whatever so
At,
bad and
well, for
famous.
me, at any rate, it's not looking well still for Diddy because those things that she talked about is on Making the Band. I got the DVD. I love that show so much, and it wasn't about DVD. Diddy for me, it was about uh the artists.
Competition,
It
yeah,
was
the
the
artists,
artists
yeah.
that were they were interesting. I believe Babs was on there. There was
Babs,
so many artists that
Dayline.
were
Remember
on there.
Dayline?
Dylon, his name's Dylon.
Dayline, yeah.
Dylon. I mean, so many. Danity Kane.
Danity
Day
Kane.
46 came out of there. I
Oh
mean, there
yeah,
were
yeah.
so
They
many
did
good
good.
artists
Yeah.
whose
This
careers got stifled
yeah, yeah.
after because of whatever. And that's but I have to so those things are documented. He can't lie and say he didn't do that or that didn't happen. All they gonna do is pull out this Making the Band DVD and pull up that episode and play it because it happened.
But at the time, like, remember he told them that Brooklyn Bridge that she was talking about, they had to go get that cheesecake. I think that's
Hmm.
what that was the reference of.
Yeah, and
Um,
that that's why I said it went far beyond hazing.
mhm.
When you put in me in jeopardy and I feel fearful because at the time they were kids. You know what I'm saying? They were like 17, 18.
But you ran the streets when you was a kid.
I
I
went.
went. I didn't think of it as of that. I think of it like, oh, he's trying to give them grit, toughen them up.
I felt like it was a hazing thing because, sir, you could easily get in your Bentley, drive across this Brooklyn Bridge, and get your own cheesecake,
But
and
what he
park in front of Julius
I think
and get
Diddy
it.
Diddy and I think he mentioned in one of the videos when in filming, he was like, you just ain't gonna walk up on the street and think you gonna get a record deal. People before you had to do so much more. They had to hustle,
I
tapes
hated
out of
him for
their
that. I didn't. I didn't.
band,
I didn't like his. I did not like his view on that.
Oh,
And I thought
why
that
you
was
didn't like that?
totally. I thought that was totally crazy because people do. People absolutely do walk in off the street sometimes and get a record deal. It could be that they see these people selling their CDs out of the trunk of their car because a lot of them, who was it? Outcasts used to sell their CDs out of the trunk of their car.
Yeah, you're right, but
And
how you got to ask Outcast and them. They sell them out of their trunk of the cars for years, and how many units did they
yeah,
sell
but
out of their
still,
years? They didn't walk
somebody,
out on the
yeah, but
street.
somebody, they did. They actually walked out on the street,
No, I'm
gave
I'm
their
I'm
CD to
saying they
somebody.
put the time in, the years in before they was
These
like,
kids have been, these people, and some of them were like, they were like, I would say 18 to 20. Some of them was rapping in their teens, like had been rapping from teens, before, social media got big, and, now you can make your own music video and just post it. Some of them have been doing that. Performing at little, in Virginia, we have like the Peanut Festival. So some of them have been performing at little festivals, doing little talent shows, going and doing little things in their community. So I can't say that they haven't put in time. They just didn't put in the time you wanted them to have. And now look at you. Now look at you. Okay,
now
this is
look
the way
at you.
now
You're
look
sitting in jail.
Okay,
with your
for all
peanut
of
butter
their
and
treatment.
jelly.
See, that ain't nothing but karma, because karma don't have a menu. You get served
Karma
what you
don't have a
deserve.
menu.
Okay, you get served what you deserve, and now look at you. You did all that cruel stuff to them people, and I feel like, okay, you want to haze them, fine. Find some appropriate hazing for this, what we're doing.
But what would be appropriate, though?
For me, I felt like, okay, maybe he should made them perform outside of Julia's Cheesecake. And then ask the crowd. But then ask the crowd who thought performed the best, because New Yorkers is brutal. Okay, they brutal.
Oh yeah, they
would have been out there booing and everything. So I feel like appropriate hazing and teaching of lessons is what should have been done.
Well, he made them walk. He made them walk miles
and I'm
to
gonna
get
say
that
it again.
cheesecake.
And now look at you. You can't even get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that tastes good. Look at you.
And then you remember Dave Chappelle made a whole video off of that. Talk about goat milk.
Chappelle was obsessed. Dave Chappelle was obsessed with Dylan.
He was lighting their asses up every week.
He was obsessed with Dylan. All he would do is he wanted to be Dylan, and he would come up here and he would be acting like Dylan.
Vaseline on his lips.
Man, that thing was so. When he was doing those things, that was classic. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's y'all's. I think that's y'all's Diddy update for today.
Diddy update, okay.
All right.
Oh my God! Now, another person found in
this. Listen, no, this is not that. Okay. Guess what? A passenger opens the emergency door while the plane is taxiing, and this is JetBlue again.
What?
Look at this.
Two bodies were found in the wheel well of a JetBlue plane in Florida. The flight had just arrived in Fort Lauderdale from New York yesterday. The crew found the victims during a maintenance inspection. It's awful.
That is something else.
Yeah.
Investigators say a JetBlue passenger opened an emergency exit door, deploying the slide while the plane was taxiing in Boston. It happened last night at Logan Airport. Massachusetts State Police detained the passenger. Good news here is no one was hurt.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.
Now look here. I told y'all. I'm starting to get nervous. They opened this door. Now, okay, when you're sitting in the exit row, you get that special talking to by the stewardess. That say, emergency, do you agree to help everyone if there's an emergency? And you causing the emergency. I know the stewardess was like, I know you lying. The person, I don't know if it was a he or she, opened the exit door, and that inflatable deployed while they're the way I would have been like, no, let me choke them. You go ahead and sit down, because I'm finna break every bone in their body. Because that's scary. Like, when are we going to normalize if you're having a mental breakdown, not getting on a plane?
Right.
When are we going to normalize this? Because I'm getting ready. So when spring comes here, it's my kid's birthday, and I plan trips.
Y'all plan a trip plane somewhere, huh?
Say what? I'm getting nervous, because I feel like it's more and more episodes of people happening.
you just got to spend that extra money to, don't get on the discount. Like just JetBlue,
I never
Spirit.
fly JetBlue. I don't have to worry about that, but you never know. It could be on any flight. People are having mental breakdowns, and these are just the ones that's being reported by the news, right?
Right.
I feel like the bigger ones, American Airlines,
They're
United,
keeping it under wraps. You don't hear none from them because they got a PR person.
okay, okay,
Stonewall in the media.
okay, okay. They like the media, like, is anything happening over here?
Like,
They're like,
no.
nope.
I am the representative of Delta
Nope.
Airlines. They're
Nope.
all is good over
Knowing
here.
good and well, 10 minutes ago, somebody tried to open up the exit door. The people screaming on the radio. The pilot is saying, tower, we need to come back because we have a psychotic event on the plane. I'm just saying, y'all let's normalize if we're having some heavy mental issues episodes, that we don't fly, that we get the appropriate help and tell the appropriate people. And yeah, I feel like in the future, now we're supposed to be having flying cars. In the future, I feel like they're going to have like a brain scan you're going to have to go through. And if you got a lot of brain activity happening, they'd be like, nope, can't fly.
Like, nope.
Like they got like the part of their brain that
makes them have a psychotic break.
No, the common sense part is off. It's not even activated. We're not seeing any activity.
No activity in the common sense area.
We're not seeing any activity.
Ma'am, we're gonna need you to step over to the left.
Right. We need you to step to the side. Someone will be coming to your assistance in a few minutes, but we don't see any activity in the common sense area of your brain. I feel like it. And I don't like car trips. Now that my kids are bigger, I'm sure it would be better. But no, I want to be there. Wherever I'm going,
right there,
I want to be there.
Yeah,
I don't want to be in a car.
I don't blame you.
Lenny Valley, hello, how are you? Thank you.
Lenny
Mom's YouTube, Germany. What time is it over there? I know it's like 5 p.m. Thank you for tuning in.
It's our 50th, y'all.
Yes, 50 is looking good over here. Okay, 50 is let me get a hair toss. 50 is looking good over here. But yeah, see, still things going on with these planes. What type of security threat level are we at now? What one should we be at? When are we going to say that we need to raise the level if something is happening? You know, why did that person give the stewardess no indication that they was going to open their door? Were they quiet? What? Like, I feel like the stewardess people need to be paid even more, because now they got to be scanning for mental health episodes. Like, who trained for that? What type of training is there? Good morning, Ernesto EB. Who trains for that? What type of training do they give you for that? What are the warning signs? I see why the stewardess was striking, was about to go on strike, because look at this what they got to be dealing with. So I don't know. How do you feel about flying now?
I'm kind of nervous, but I've always been nervous kind of flying, but because of lack of self-control. It's not in my hands if the plane's
okay,
that kind of thing. So
yeah.
You can't control the outcome. So
we going from one thing to the next. It's going. We at 50 now. We gonna get to 100 probably by the end. But this particular the FBI gets serious with Travis Kelce and issues warning. Now, let me tell you all. So I'm sure you all have seen that it was Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. Their homes were broken into.
What?
Their homes were broken into, and Patrick Mahomes' wife, I think their family got caught up in the fire, and their home burned down. And his wife is about to have another baby, I think. But their homes were broken into one weekend of football,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm thinking, what type of uh,
Security.
warning could issue? It says the chief star was the target of a burglary in October, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, he was a notable sports personality to be targeted in a string of burglaries back in October, with the FBI becoming involved in the investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Travis unintentionally pranks fans. Oh, Lord. The investigation was led by, hold on, because I got to see. As per NBC News, the FBI warned players that an organized group of thieves from South America were making their rounds. The group were believed to have conducted surveillance on their targets, which included evaluating security measures before targeting athletes with cash and high value belongings. The investigation has led the FBI to tell Kelsey, along with other players, that they should avoid showcasing their
This
valuables
stuff.
on social media in order to avoid tipping off burglars as what they possess. I've always said that was crazy, that people be showing, money and
Yeah.
their personal
Possessions and
belongings.
bragging about. Oh, look what I got.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's common sense, but like I said, here we go with these brain scans we need. Um, what do you think about that? So they, it's a gang of, they said, from South America,
Mm-hmm.
that is targeting football players. What are we thinking about that? And I'm still going to ask again, what level threat are we on?
I heard about that. Matter of fact, it was a group of um South Americans. I forgot what gang that they were called, but they were doing that into these high end homes in Michigan. It actually they were saying Birmingham, Bloomfield Hills, where all the rich people live, and they were surveilling their security system, and they're very sophisticated and how they will invade the person's home. And they do make sure nobody's there at the time, but yeah, it's going around across the nation. And I don't know how they're going to
Uh,
apprehend
uh,
these individuals.
Here come the DOJ. Here come the DOJ.
What the DOJ
LAPD
say?
arrested 20 people caught looting the burned out homes in Pacific Palisades.
That's crazy.
Karen said, wait, what? So the FBI can't arrest Tiffany, but can mess with Travis Kelsey like they are effing. I feel like that too. I feel like a little bit like they monitoring everybody
And
and
they
releasing
picking and
these warrants,
choosing. Yeah, and they
and
picking and
can't come get
choosing.
little stinker booty.
Yeah,
What is happening?
it's a mess.
Um,
It's a mess.
tonight, mom's YouTube tonight. Um, for me, I'm feeling like football players, basketball players, they all be wearing too much stuff. You know what I'm saying? When they're out
Mm-hmm.
and about, I feel like these things happen to Travis Kelsey, Patrick Mahomes, and I don't know who else, because they didn't list the other players.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm feeling like they should all be dressing down. They should all be dressing down. They should all be taking their uh, valuables to safety deposit boxes inside the bank.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like um, we should not be having this conversation, but these are things that are prevalent on social media.
But another thing, your home is supposed to be the safest place you should be at, So I could see them saying, "Oh, why would I have to put it in the safe deposit box because this is my home?" You know.
Yeah, but if you don't have your home protected like a fortress,
Yeah, then
I'm confused.
you run the risk of getting in.
But also, you're never there.
And that's another thing. You're never
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
you're never there.
At least during the season, you're not.
Right.
Hmm.
And sometimes
The
during off season you're
season,
not, because
yeah, they
there a lot of them are
practice. Yeah.
vacationing and you know catching up on much needed rest, visiting family.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm just like, this is a little bit insane. But that's what happened. They've issued a warning, so I wouldn't be surprised if we hear more in the news about, you know, some more things as far as celebrities being burglarized.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Drivers risk having car impounded in new law even if they did nothing illegal, and this is in California. California they be passing some really
Strange stuff, right?
okay. It be odd,
You said it
okay.
be odd.
And now with these fires, why should you be concerned about that? Why should you be concerned about that? Let me see
Are
if
they in
it's.
LA or what city are they in?
Hold on. Let's see
Okay.
if it tells me. It says last year, Governor Gavin Newsom agreed to a series of new laws that are set to go into effect 2025, designed to give law enforcement more power to deter these dangerous events. And I think this was more geared towards the street racing
Okay.
issue that they had going on. See these donuts?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, Look at it, booted. Booted. If you
Booted.
call the boot girls, though, they can get it off for you.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, it says Assembly Bill 2186, for example, now extends impoundment powers to vehicles participating in exhibitions of speed, like I said, street racing, in parking lots, closing a loophole that previously limited to roadways. So you can be impounded, your car can be impounded if you are racing in a parking lot. Bill 1978 gives police the power to impound vehicles suspected of aiding or abetting sideshows or street races, even without an arrest. Wow. So if you parked on the side and you looking at a street race, you can get your car impounded in California. Man, that's what y'all get for y'all love a car crash. Now y'all gonna get y'all car impounded for it. So Bill 2807 clarifies the legal definition of a sideshow to include street takeover, giving prosecutors more leeway in court. So this is throughout California. Those
crazy.
laws are throughout California.
Okay.
That's amazing. That's gonna present, because what if, okay, Shawan, what if you're sitting in your car and they have the street blocked off? Like you just trying to get through the traffic,
yeah,
but
yeah.
and California traffic is horrible, and you're sitting there because where can you go? Now they have the power to act like you was
part
watching
of the
a street
race.
race.
Yeah.
That's why I said these things is odd. These laws be odd. Nothing's gonna happen until one of their family members is stuck in one of these things and their car get impounded or something. So, that is the issue for me. Some of these laws are odd. That's what I want to just show. Oh, I thought the Diddy updates was over. I forgot to put these two together. Okay. But look at this. Sean Combs' mother threw sexually charged parties at childhood home. Friends claims.
I told you she reminds me of somebody that He called her Mom Dukes. She remind me of like a madam or some shit.
Let me see. I'm gonna pull up this article. This thing is in my way. There we go. Okay, let me share this tab. I want to see who the friend is. It wouldn't be a thing mistakenly walk into one of the bedrooms and you got a couple in there, but bucket naked.
Bucket naked. Bucket naked.
Combs' childhood friend Tim Patterson claims in new documentary. Wow, now they letting these names fly. Sean Diddy Combs' mother, Janice, would often throw wild parties at the future music mogul's childhood home, where it wasn't uncommon to walk into a room where adults were having sex. One of Combs' longtime childhood friends claims in a new documentary. That's what we were privy to. This is what we were fed, hip-hop producer Tim Dog Patterson says in the Diddy Making of a Bad Boy, which premieres on Peacock Tuesday, January 14th. Was it desensitizing us? I'm sure it was. We were aware of it. No, that was just Saturday night. Wow.
That's crazy.
What do you think about that?
Do
you think that could be a defense?
For Diddy?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did it work for R. Kelly? Because they said R. Kelly was molested by his sister or somebody.
Okay, Selma Haywood. Is that the new angle they're going for now?
My mama made me do it.
No, that he was exposed as a child.
My mama made me a monster.
No, that he was exposed as a child. And so if your parents are teaching you what's right and wrong, they could literally say he had no idea this was wrong because as a child, this is what he was seeing on a regular daily basis. Could the mother then get charged?
Well, I think it won't hold up because he knew it was wrong, because why are you paying people off?
True.
So I mean, they can say maybe try to get sympathy, like this what created Sean Diddy Combs, but I don't know if they're gonna say, oh, you didn't know right from wrong because you 55.
Well, I'm just saying
you could have figured it out.
If the friend is coming up there, super producer, that's the whole point of it. They want to steal whoever. Oh, okay, they can. Oh, okay, I get that.
You talking about the impounding?
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, he made adult decisions, but listen, as a defense team, they're going to use and try every defense that they can. I'm asking, do you think that this is something that they're going to use? Because the childhood friend says this is something that they see often. They could have been desensitized to
I think
sex.
they could. I think they could use it, but would it work?
That's the thing for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, as a defense, you're going to try.
I mean, you could use it.
I feel like
they have every right to.
Now I feel like they put this friend up there to do that because everybody else is making incriminating statements and saying what things that happen, and now here he come with the as a kid we saw this all the time. Like, I don't know about that man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about that man. I ain't gonna say you didn't. That's not true. But now you coming out saying this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's his longtime childhood friend. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know. And I feel like, is the mom gonna get charged? Will more people start coming out saying things against her? This is gonna be, they be taking these L's. Today is Friday.
They taking L's all the way around, right?
All right, Shawan, this next one is yours. We're almost done.
This is the arson suspect. Let
me pull up the article.
So we have heard about the fires that's been happening in California. So they're saying that they had another fire that was started. They call it the Kenneth Fire, and they arrested an individual that they claimed that started this fire.
Now I heard it was a homeless person. That
he
started
don't
this.
even look homeless, do he? He look
I
like
don't know, but I have a question too, because this is the other thing that came out. The mayor of LA recently cut
the budget,
$17.5 million to the fire and police department.
Yep.
So, because I'm screaming, where are the fire trucks? You mean to tell me? I mean, why are all these buildings burning down? The fire just going, and you seeing all these residents with their fire hoses trying to put out these fires. Where are the fire trucks? Where are they?
They cut the budget. Not only affected the manpower that they had, but it affected the amount of water supply they had. So, and they were talking about, the mismanagement of this whole debacle.
So
from the
it was because
mayor
of
and
this
the
mayor,
governor.
right? It was because of this mayor that cut the budget, that they didn't have the fire trucks, the people,
the water.
to
You need water.
Yeah,
your whole job is to put out fires. How you gonna do that without water?
right. But I'm saying it was for this reason that these fires have been able to keep going. Like, I'm just looking at these buildings, and I'm going to show you guys a video. Burned down. Steve Kerr, who is the coach of, I forget which basketball team, he put out a statement yesterday or last night that says his family's home, his childhood home, burned down to the ground, and so did his high school. I'm thinking, what are these buildings made out of? Aren't they brick? But boy, they didn't burn down to the ground. And I'm going to show you guys a video of that in just a second. This is amazing. Man, somebody said, take a look at this inferno. 10 people so far have died in the wildfires. Oh,
we don't see it yet.
10 people have died so far in these.
That's so sad.
And that's just so far.
Yeah.
The amount of people, it says the number of dead tied to the wildfires increases as local officials warn the toll will increase. About 180,000 people have had to evacuate. Where are these people going? Where will these people be going in an already inflation economy?
Hopefully that they have relatives that don't live near these places, but it's really upsetting.
I'm gonna have somebody coming on my platform that I know has been a friend of mine for years. He lives in LA, and he said that they're waking up every morning. Let me tell you what he said. He said, that movie Volcano? Yeah. There is ash raining in LA. There is ash. Can you think that in your mind, that a movie is real life right now, and there is no volcano in LA? He said they wake up, it's smoke and ash coming out of the sky. And that inferno that I just showed you, some people are waking up to that. Like an orange glow. Like, what? But where are all these people going to be going is my thing. That 180,000 people, a lot of the states' shelters are already filled with migrants and immigrants. How are American citizens going to be able to get some sort of shelter, some sort of help? The welfare system is already giving the migrants and the immigrants food, food stamps, cash benefits. What about now? Lori Lightfoot said her aunt and uncle, the family home, has burned down to the ground, and her aunt and uncle are 90 years old.
Oh my
They
goodness,
lost
that's
everything.
horrible.
They lost everything in the fire. They have nothing but the clothes on their backs, memories, pictures, family artifacts. All of that is gone. And they're 90 years old now with nowhere to live. They're not going to rebuild. They're 90 years old.
And I could see the insurance company trying to get out. They probably won't be able to pay out.
Did you see the lady on the news say that 1 month before this fire, her parents' fire insurance was canceled by the insurance company?
This is, I think people are probably going to sue the state and the city, because this is Governor Newsom's fault, and this is that that mayor's fault. Governor Newsom, he ran on, I think back in 2018, 2019, whenever the last time he ran, and he made a proclamation. Yeah, I'm going to clean up. We're going to make sure we don't have forest fires like we did in previous years, because we're going to clean up the forest. Because a lot of reason why the forest is, or the fire is spreading so rapidly is because they haven't cleaned up those brushes, those, the wooded stuff that falls down during the day. I mean, all the time. The forest needs to be cleaned up, number one. And then number two, California intentionally routed their water stream out to the ocean. So now they don't get a natural flow of water. So the forests are bone dry. So they intentionally routed it out. And so now, when Gavin Newsom ran, he said he was going to do something about that. But they said they was going to keep all these reservoirs filled, which they didn't, and all this other stuff to mitigate these forest fires, because they have them very frequently. And they did not. So I could see, the citizens coming together to make a class action lawsuit against the state, which they already bankrupt. California is bankrupt.
Yeah.
They don't have the,
Anthony
money.
Hood is asking us, is it Sunglass Day? Let Anthony Hood know what day it is. What up, Anthony?
Anthony Hood is our 50th. It's our 50th episode celebration. So we blocking all the hateration, holleration in dispensary.
Okay. Selma, I agree with this. Ladies, the government in California knew
the
the dangers, yet they made the decision to divert water, push through the stupid agendas, and ignore the people. This is little stinker booty for me. It is a disease, I feel like now. Now I can safely say it's a disease. Good morning, Bullfrog. We got people coming out of the woodworks. Yes, I believe State Farm was the insurance company that canceled a lot of policies. See? And that lady was crying. It was her mom and her dad home, and she was standing in front of it trying to help them fight the fire with the water hose, because the month before, I think she said it was the month before, the insurance company canceled their fire insurance. Good morning, Dave, out of New Zealand. Good morning, Bella Marie. Good morning to you guys. So I'm just confusion as to why I'm a little, super producer. I'm not too big on conspiracy theories, right? But I'm feeling like, these insurance companies are watching what's going on in the California government, the diversion of water, the lack of funding, and they're saying, oh no, we got to get out, because all the lobbying that we did, now these people took our money and are not providing us with what we asked them for, right? So now you send in a secret agent to start a fire, but you cancel these people's policies first. Teach somebody a lesson. Teach the little stinker booties down there in the government. When I give you some money to back your campaign, and this is what you do. Okay, yeah. So I'm just
I ran across a post. Governor Newsom, we call him Newsom. He was recalled twice, and on the technicality, they, I guess, overturned the decisions, but they end up gathering like 2.1 signatures each time, 2.1 million signatures each time to recall Governor Newsom, and he's still there.
this is a stinker booty situation, because stinker booty is a recalled mayor for sure, and she's still in there because of a judge. But Selma, I'm with you. The why is Agenda 2030, smart cities and population control. But child, okay, so let me show y'all this next one, and this is our last slide for today. I want you guys to watch this video. This video is via the Real Judy B's page, and I thought that this video, can you see it? Y'all can see it, right?
Yeah, we could see it. Yeah.
Let me see. There's music to it, but I ain't gonna play it because
Okay.
you know we're gonna get struck. There is showing you the aerial view. Look at this. Devastation.
These are all the homes, or the
Yeah, this
places
is like,
burned,
look at all this smoke.
the aftermath.
Yeah.
That
Look,
is
some
so
places still
sad.
on fire.
Yeah, some places are still on fire.
Look at this next one. Look at that. That's crazy. I think it
And
went too far.
guess who lives in Los Angeles?
Hold on, I think it went too far. Look at burnt out. Look at that. What you're looking at is
Just
homes gone. Look at this whole
gone,
neighborhood
devastated.
is gone. Whole freaking, I can't even fathom this. Do you understand? It would be like you walking outside of your door and everybody's home gone, including yours.
So
Gone.
almost like a nightmare movie type
Yeah,
thing.
look at this.
Yeah.
This is like a horror movie,
Yeah.
I feel like. Hold on. Let me see. I can play it from this page. Y'all see it?
Yeah, we see it.
All right. Look at this. Look at this. Big old holes in the ground. Are y'all seeing this? Look at this. Look at that. Look at that.
And just think, like, a whole city. Los Angeles is probably one of the largest cities in America. A whole
Yes.
city burned down, and you're right saying, "Oh, we don't have enough water," and you right next to the freaking ocean.
That is
That
crazy.
is so wild to me. It's so baffling to me. Oh, we don't have enough water. What the F? We're right next to the Pacific Ocean. What is that, Pacific right there? Or is it
Mm-hmm.
Atlantic? Yeah, Pacific Ocean. And we don't have any water? That's just so wild. It's so crazy. And then
Child,
another
it's
thing, Gavin and Newsom, they didn't want to invest in treating their water instead of, converting into like desalting plants, because of course the ocean has a lot of salt in it. They
right.
didn't want to invest in that either.
That's crazy.
So the government screwed those people over. I just feel
Listen,
sorry for them.
that devastation looks like an apocalyptic movie.
That's horrible.
I can't imagine. I could not imagine living there. And okay, I left, when my house was not on fire, and I come back
And you
to
don't got
no
nothing.
house,
Yeah. You don't got
no
nothing.
house, no clothes, no neighborhood.
No.
Now this is not even a neighborhood.
And I like to know, how are the banks? Okay, so my insurance was canceled, so I can't replace my loss. I can't
Just
be
the
made
fire
whole.
insurance. So yeah, you can't, because the fire is what burnt your home down. That's the reason that your
Yeah.
home was devastated.
Are the banks are going to write off these mortgages?
But listen, is
Mm-hmm.
the judicial system going to hold the insurance companies accountable for canceling these people's fire insurance without their knowledge?
Yeah, I mean, without their knowledge
Because you got to, if you cancel something, you should
you got to
give them
make
the
a
opportunity
notice. Yeah.
to get another company that will cover them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was not done.
Mm-mm.
So I feel like not only do the government need to be held accountable, these insurance companies do too.
Yeah.
Those
You're
people
right.
ought to be able to sue those insurance companies for all the grief and suffering that they are going to have to endure through all of this. So punitive damages, I believe, should be not only the value of my home, but punitive damages as well. Because now you did this and I could have possibly switched to another insurance carrier, that would have covered. So, yeah. That's all I got for y'all today.
You want to go over our picks? It's wild card week.
Oh, we want to do some picks? Okay, you would have to put it up because
I got
let me find a piece of paper.
Okay.
To write them down. You gonna put the visual up?
Yeah, I got the visual.
All right, go ahead. I got a piece of paper.
Can you see it? Yeah.
Because I stopped picking when I started kicking your butt.
What you say now?
I stopped picking when I started kicking your butt.
It's why we missed last week, but we kind of went into last week anyway, but we missed part of it.
Okay.
But it's wild card week.
All right, come on with it.
Our first up, we got the Chargers against Texans.
Wow. Who you taking?
I'm gonna go with
I'm taking
the Chargers.
The Texans. I'm taking the Texans. You're taking Chargers. All right, go ahead. Next one.
The next pick is we got Steelers versus the Ravens.
I'm finna go with the Ravens. The Steelers been horrible.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens too. Now this pick I'm not basing off of looks. I'm basing off of how they've been doing.
The Steelers is horrible. They've been horrible. I don't know what is happening.
I think he lost 5 straight games already.
I don't know what's happening, child. He better stop worrying about future and start worrying about his future.
See, Sierra got him messed up.
Listen. Anyway, go ahead. Keep going.
Now we got the Broncos versus the Bills.
I'm gonna take the Bills.
I'm taking the Bills on this one too.
All right.
And then the next is we have Eagles versus Green Bay.
Yeesh.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles too because they got this new guy. All right, go ahead.
And then we have Washington, your team, versus the Buccaneers.
Oh, I'm going with the Commanders.
I'm going with the Commanders too. Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
And I think this is the last one. We have Vikings versus the Chargers. I'm gonna go with the Vikings, but I really want the Chargers to win because
I'm going with the Vikings too. You ignorant. I don't know if I want to hear why you want the Vikings to win.
Because they facing us. We facing them on the championship. Yeah. So.
Okay.
I think that was the last one, you guys. Let's make sure.
Listen, we want to thank all of you for joining us for our 50th show. Please like, share, and subscribe to Shawan Burns on YouTube and this platform, Unpopular Opinion, all in the queue. Of course. You got a show today or this weekend or what?
No. I might get online. I always say I might.
You don't need to get online because you got something to do next week, and we need to next week. You all.
Oh yeah,
Monday
and
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Monday and Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
You will be getting pre-recorded shows and I will be in the comments because Shawan has
training.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
all night long. All night long. All night. Okay. So she has training all night. I don't know what type of training this is. But it's all night.
It's training
all day.
And boost my life up. That's what
we will be doing pre-recorded episodes on Monday and Wednesday, and then guess what? Friday night you'll be getting a unpopular opinion after dark.
Night after dark.
Just know, be ready for Shawan because she's going to be even more ignorant and ghetto on Friday night because it's nighttime. And
after dark.
It's gonna be ridiculous. Okay,
so quiet that Friday storm. Show, maybe we could call it the quiet storm.
I'm out of here. I am absolutely not going to be on no quiet storm show with you.
Storm.
I need me a man for a quiet storm. Lord, fix her, Jesus. Super producer wishes nothing but blessings for your life. Please pray for me because this is what I have to deal with on a daily basis. So please pray for me. Yeah. Hold on. Somebody asked me a question. I started. Okay. Carrington asked, when will Lori Lightfoot bring on the second set of investigations?
It's coming up, right?
It is January the 27th.
Yeah, it's coming
I will be broadcasting from that. I will be broadcasting from the town hall where they will be picking. So I'll be in the building for both of those events. So you all can catch that on All in the Queue.
All in the queue.
Because I will be in person. Oh my God. I will be in person. Super producer wishes nothing but blessings for your life. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay warm wherever you are. You people in the South and in the eastern part of the country that are not used to snow, please stay indoors. Okay, because you all don't know how to drive. There are going to be accidents everywhere. Please stay indoors. DoorDash your groceries. That's what I do. DoorDash. Let somebody else wreck their car. Don't you wreck your car.
I know that's right.
I have to go out today though because, like I said, we got a little bit of snow last night, and I feel that the big one is coming. So I'm finna stock up on a little bit of stuff. So to produce it, don't have to go nowhere. So, all right. Well, you all enjoy the rest of your day. And we're going to enjoy the rest of our day. Maybe look for a pop-up in Shawan. Oh, wait a minute. What? Super producer will be on tonight at 7 p.m. We have a special guest, and we have some things to get into.
So press the subscribe button.
Lord, little stank of booty is. Wait, I gotta keep addressing people. Farouk, I apologize because I don't want
Thank
you to
you,
feel
Farouk.
like
Tell her what's going on. Tell her you got to stay on business.
But if I feel like you work for the DLJ and the Alphabet Boys, that's not an insult. Okay, but I'm sorry, Farouk. I love you like I love everybody.
Just because you're knowledgeable, that don't mean you work for the man.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Jill. I got to get y'all together about me. Okay? Y'all gonna learn to love me. Now he gonna say, "I love you." Farouk. We just talked about this.